Hello, example here. You are watching What You Got, and this is what I've got. Had a lovely day so far. I've had a couple of cups of tea. I've had a pain au chocolat, which I think how you say it in French. A pain au chocolat. In the last month, I've seen a real change in how many people recognise me, stroke annoy me. No, I'm joking. I love my fans. You're all equal, except for the bad ones, who are not equal. Wherever I go now, it doesn't matter whether at a service station, on the motorway, or in a shop, or on the street, or wherever. It's just nuts. Like, I was on a plane recently, and some guys on a stag do, and I had to have photos of about 18 blokes on the plane during the flight, and all the air stewardesses were getting really annoyed. You can't do that, sit down lads, you can't have pictures. I was like, I don't want pictures, and these guys are like, go on example, let's have pictures, go on. And then we got chased down the street the other day, and by some 14-year-old girls. It's all a bit weird really. I know it sounds bad, I don't really like it. Not that I don't like my fans, and obviously when I went into this job, I knew one day if I was successful, it was going to happen. It's just weird, like when I'm on stage, I love attention because I'm there to entertain. But as soon as I come off stage, I hate it. Yeah. I mean, obviously I'll put up with it, I'm not saying I hate my fans, and I'm always happy to pose for pictures and sign autographs. It just feels weird to me, because when you're on stage, that's me, I'm an example. As soon as I'm on stage, I'm just Elliot, and I think, it's weird, why do you want to stroke me and stuff?
Yeah. Do you feel violated?
Yeah, but again, I'm not complaining. I'll always do it. I'm just being honest and saying it feels weird. Like, when I'm out, I don't seek attention. Like when I'm out on the street, I try not to wear like a flash jacket that I might wear on stage. I try not to wear sunglasses. I try not to do my hair. I just try and wear like just a pair of jeans and an old t-shirt and not brand new blue trainers that are gonna. This example. Look at the blue trainers. You know what I mean? Yeah, the new single's going mental. I think a lot of people after last year, after Kickstarts, they were like, I don't think he's going to be able to write another good song again, or as a song as big as that. My manager was saying it, my label. I was worried.
You felt pressured?
Yeah, you do feel pressured, because I mean, like Kickstarts was like, it charted at number 3, but everyone thought it was a number 1 because it stuck around for like 20 weeks in the top 40.
It's so anthemic still.
It's still anthemic, it's still played on TV all day long, it's used in every TV promo, it's advertised pretty much every TV show going. And at live shows, it's my last song until now. This summer we're going to switch to Change the Way You Kiss Me, and the response we've had to that, even though it's a much darker song, you wouldn't expect it to be as big, but it seems like the sort of darker, moodier stuff is even more uplifting. I think the main thing I've done with this album is try to have like a cheeseometer of where I can stop and where's too far, and as a result, I'm now writing pop songs for other acts, for girl bands and boy bands, and I suppose I've always enjoyed writing pop songs, but I've just realised that I'd write a really cheesy pop song and then go, no, I don't want to perform it because it doesn't feel like me. I like the high energy and I like the aggression. And on my last album, there were a few songs on the album which we've never performed live because I always felt they were a bit too cheesy. And now there's nothing on this album that I won't perform live. So if I'm not going to perform live, it doesn't get on the album.
Yeah.
And then if I write something which is a great song, but I don't feel it's an example record, then that's when I'll go and try and sell it on to a boy band or whatever.
Have you sold anything on recently that you can tell us about?
I've been writing songs for a few big acts, but I'm not allowed to mention them.
Go on.
I can't disclose it. Go on. If I say go on, you'll tell me. No, I can't. Yeah, the next single is called Stay Awake, which is produced by Nero.
Yeah.
We've been doing it in the live show since December, but it's got a real summery feel to it, and it's different tempo to Change the Way You Kiss Me. Change the Way You Kiss Me is like 130 BPM, which is like a house tempo, and Stay Awake is like 140, which is a dubstep tempo, and it actually switches to dubstep halfway through, but it's got big synth stabs, and it just sounds like people getting fucked during the summer.
Yeah.
It's called Stay Awake. It's about staying awake all night.
Cool. Has it got a release date yet?
I think it's like August the 28th, but it might, so far off, it might change.
And the album's out September, isn't it?
The album's out the following week, so it'll be like September the
Yeah.
5th or 6th or something, and it's called Playing in the Shadows.
Have you sorted out the artwork for the album yet?
Yeah, I've done the artwork for the album. It's just my face, like half in a shadow. The album's called Playing in the Shadows. It's really clever. Don't know how we came up with that. But let's have a shadow on the cover. And let's sort of have him lurking in it like he's playing in the shadow. Every vocal's mine on this album. It's the first album, this is my third album, but this is the first time I've done everything myself. I've insisted on any singing, rapping, backing vocals, everything's all me.
Cool.
You'd be pretty silly not to. It'd be silly not to take Cheryl Cole's job on the X Factor, but I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
I don't think she was ready for it, so how am I going to replace her when she's a household name? No one knows her in America. Yeah. And I do think, I love her on the UK X Factor. I think she's brilliant, and she seems to be quite honest and down to earth, but she brings a sweet side to things as well, you know, when she starts breaking down and crying and stuff. I think people like that about her, but there's no way she was ready to go on American X Factor. My favourite act at the moment is probably Ed Sheeran. You know, he's been supporting me for years, and it now looks like he's going to actually blow up and be massive. You know, he was supporting me a year ago, and now he's just sold out Shepherd's Bush Empire himself. And I think he's one of the best young musicians in the country. He plays guitar, sings, writes all his songs himself. I've been listening to The Weeknd a lot, really like that. I've downloaded illegal music. I won't be afraid of saying that, or I'd be lying if I said that, and I like to try and be honest. I haven't done it often. In fact, I don't think I've done it for a couple of years. I think, put it this way, I would never go and search for an album illegally, but if my mate sends me a link to an album that I'm interested in, I'll download it. But at the same time, I probably spent £400 on iTunes last year, which I think is probably above average for the UK. I bought maybe 20 albums, not just albums of my mates in the music industry, but albums I really liked as well. I buy singles nearly every other week. You know, I think it's hard for me to sit here and preach about not doing it when I've done it myself. I'd say if I looked at my iTunes, probably 5% of the 3,000 songs I've got on there might be stuff that people have sent me, you know, in a zip file from the internet. I think what's important to remember is that people need to realise that money goes into producing albums. A lot of money, whether that's the artist or the record label. People need to buy music in order to fund the music industry. You know, bands do earn money from live touring, and they probably earn too much money from live, you know, and I'm just being honest, you know, I'm included in that as well. But that is how it is, music-wise. But when it comes to albums, you know, an album might cost $100,000 to make, you know, to pay all the producers and pay the engineers, and it's like, how are you going to recoup that money and pay that back? 'Cause the money has to come from somewhere, which is why people should buy albums, you know. And like I said, it's impossible, I think, to combat illegal downloading, so it is always going to be there. And I would never sit there and berate any of my fans for doing it. You know, if a fan comes to 2 of my gigs, buys 3 of my singles, but downloads my album illegally, I'm not going to encourage it, but I'm not stupid enough to know that it's not going to happen.
Yeah.